Hello, we're Dana and Richard from Bayou Grove in New Orleans. We're in OBOD Grove, but we can't meet with our members tonight because they're cleaning up from Hurricane Zeta. So we're recording this Samhain ritual for their use or anyone else who feels that it will do them good.
Yes, indeed, yes. So, shall we begin?
We'll begin.
Okay. By the power of star and stone, by the power of the land within and without, by all that is fair and free, we welcome you to the Bayou Grove, this Samhain celebration.
Let us take 3 breaths, together with the sky above us, together with the soil and the roots beneath us, and together with the trees around us. May the harmony of our circle be complete. Let our ceremony begin.
O Great Spirit, deities, spirits of this place, and those of the people who lived here before us, the Chickamaugas, they walked this land years and years ago. We greet you and honor you. We give this offering of herbs for those that came before us. O spirits, we ask for your blessings, your guidance, and your inspiration on our ceremony.
Let us begin by giving peace to the quarters, for without peace there can be no work.
I declare, may there be peace in the north. May there be peace in the south. May there be peace in the west. And may there be peace in the east.
And together we say, may there be peace throughout the whole world.
Let all disturbing thoughts be laid aside.
As the circle is cast, the enchantment of the apparent world fades away. We stand together in the here and now between past and future, the earth below us, the sky above us, and the waters around us. This is sacred time. This is sacred space.
I consecrate this circle with water.
And add our blessings to this already sacred space. I bless this space with the element of fire to bless this already sacred space.
We gather as equals in our physical and virtual worlds here upon the earth. Each presence is a blessing, and with every breath we take, we breathe light and life into this circle.
Let the 4 directions be honored, that like the gateways of the quarters be opened, that power and radiance might enter our circle for the good of all beings. The blessings of the hawk of dawn soaring in the clear, pure air, we call upon the powers of the east. With the blessing of the great stag and the heat of the chase and the inner fire of the sun, we call upon the powers of the south. With the blessing of the great wise surgeon within the sacred waters of the rivers, we call upon the powers of the west. With the blessing of the great bar of the starry heavens and the deep and fruitful earth, we call upon the powers of the north. And together we say,
May
the harmony of our circle be complete.
complete. One page at a time, please. There we go. So what is Samhain? It means many different things to different people. It is a transition time. It's a time between special places and special times. It's a point between seasons as we complete fall and head into winter. It's a very liminal time.
So a lot of Druid teachings come from what little we know about ancient Celtic religious practices. The Celts, living where they did in Northwest Europe, they had 2 seasons. They were further divided, but they really believed in summer and winter. This time of year, the end of October, beginning of November, is Samhain. It is the end of summer, six months of summer and the beginning of 6 months of winter. It's also the last harvest. It was the last time you had to bring anything in. But it's the last harvest where they would cull their flocks and animals for the hard winter ahead. So it's a liminal in-between time between the last year and the incoming new year. It's also when traditionally those veils between the other realms, because we believe in other realms, would thin. So like Beltane 6 months ahead before this,
Yes.
this is when the Fae, the fair folk, and the land spirits can come through, and we can see them, and we can look into their world. So this is why we have our traditions of jack-o'-lanterns and trick-or-treating and the rest of that. They go way, way, way back. And then, so that is actually kind of a tradition in a lot of places, especially in Europe. And because it's associated with that culling of the herds and the final harvest of the agrarian year, and people are turning inward to their home hearths and whatnot, it's a time when we remember our ancestors, because they likewise can see through a thin veil to the other realms. And we'll do a little observance tonight in our ritual for ancestors, and indeed for anyone who has gone across the veil yet this year.
So this thinning of the veil, the culling of the herd, the death of some of the herd for the goodness of the tribe, food for the tribe for the winter time, the coming winter. During this time when we celebrate the end of all the summer season, the harvest through the fall, and then starting the winter time, this is also a time where as Dana pointed out, our ancestors, we remember those that had passed on in years ago, but especially the present year. So during this time, we can notice an opportunity for those that have gone before us to come and visit, to hang out with us, to maybe give us some guidance, some insights of things that they experience or things that they see are going to happen. So we welcome those experiences, because those from their life are part of our life, and so we welcome those ancestors during this time.
And in Bayou Grove, we like to mention what's ever happening in the natural world around us during some of these festivals, because of course they're going to be different than what's happening in Northwest Europe, for instance. What's happening this year all over Louisiana are root rot fungus. They're also called honeys because they have kind of the color of honey. They grow on trees that are basically already dead. When they get going, they really stink.
Yes,
They really
yes.
stink right now. But you can look at that as an opportunity for a transmutal or transmutation or change from one form to another. That wood is being broken down to be used as building blocks for new life. And that's very much like what we believe about our lives here and our connections with the other world and with our ancestors. That indeed they're still with us, but they're just in a different state and in a different place. So we invite you to look at wherever you live, to look at what's happening around in nature and see what lessons you can learn from them.
Yes. So ancestors and those who have gone before us, we present this supper.
One. We just have a basic sort of supper here, but if you're putting out a plate for a specific ancestor or ancestors, you know what they like, give them what they like.
Oh, indeed, yes. And
You want to go? I'll go.
you go. You start, please.
Our ancestors, known and unknown, ancestors of our bodies, ancestors of our spirits, all of those who have given form to our lives, who have made us what and who we are, body and soul. On this night of Samhain, we feel you near. At this time of no time, this between time, this edge time, we call to you.
Come, dear spirits. We welcome all of you who come in love and friendship, who share our quest for truth. And even as you move amongst us, we shall remember those who are departed and who are most dear to us. So during this time, give a verbal call out to those family members or dear friends who have passed on. We'll start with this year.
Right. Well, first of all, this is also what's known as a dumb supper.
Yes.
It's done in quiet contemplation. And you can have your food for those souls on the other side. And we're going to have some of it too. So you can have a glass of water or a piece of bread, or you can indeed just feel it and work with it, because you can work on the other realms without these things.
Yes.
So you would pass out your bread or whatever you're using to show the main sustenance of life, and then juice or a beverage. And then we'll pause in silence. And then let us share this meal with our beloved in silence. Like to give a little to the earth, not required.
And now, since I was a little early in my part, for those that have passed on recently,
So anyone can step forward now.
yes,
We're going to start, then we're going to give you time, wherever you're at, to do the same thing. So you would ask anyone who so choose to step forward and speak the names of those they wish to remember, that they be honored in our circle tonight.
And my dear friend Lynn Abbott, who passed away recently. I've known Lynn since childhood. And so
55 years, 60 years?
50 years or more. So, so Lynn, take care, brother, take care.
The woman I'd like to honor tonight and call out was Susan. She was my brother's mother-in-law. She had been sick for a few days and then basically collapsed and died in early March in California. Probable COVID? Too early for the tests, too early to know. She was a beautiful woman, was active in her community and her faith organizations, was active in several, active in charitable causes, full of life. May her memory be a blessing, and may remembrance lighten grief. Now for anyone else who wishes to, wherever you're at, say something about someone who's died in the past, significant to you. So may these remembrances lighten grief and honor our beloved dead.
Shall I? Oh, dear spirits, you who were our predecessors, our friends, our guides, come to the help of those who are striving strenuously upon the path. Guide them upon their quest for the light, support them in their times of difficulty, help and support the people in and around New Orleans, our Grove folks, and just everybody in New Orleans.
And the region.
In the region, from New Orleans, Slidell, up into Mississippi and so forth, that Hurricane Zeta's destruction from wind damage and rain, the people that died during the storm, comfort to those families, and then the thousands and thousands of people that are still without power and probably without water, and food and all of that, so.
We have groves in the UK that are sending out their blessings tonight and tomorrow also, because this is what a community does.
Yes. We ask them, our guides and our predecessors, ancestors, ask them for their support. We ask for the support of the higher powers and gain for them, if it is possible, the all-powerful blessing of the unknowable ones. We thank you for your time with us tonight.
As the full moon rises,
Yes.
O ancestors, O spirits, we have met this Samhain and remembered one another. With respect and love, may you now depart in peace.
Let us pause and take 3 breaths all together.
It is the time of return, looking forward from this wonderful evening here together, both in our own bodies here on earth and virtually. May our memories hold what the eye and ear have gained.
May the spirits of the 4 directions be thanked for their blessings. In the name of the great bear of the starry heavens and the element of earth, we thank the powers of the north.
In the name of the wise sturgeon and the element of water, we thank the powers of the west.
In the name of the great stag and the element of fire, we thank the powers of the south.
In the name of the hawk of dawn and the element of air, we thank the powers of the east. May the harmony of our community
be complete.
May the great spirit, deity, spirits of this place, our ancestors, the spirit of time, and those that walk this land before us, be thanked for their blessings upon us here now. We thank the oaks here who graciously allowed us under their arms. Let us also be thankful for those with us here tonight, here and watching this, for the use of this place.
Now we'll uncast.
May the blessings of spirit and the other realms be always with us. I declare the ceremony of Samhain closed in the apparent world. May its inspiration continue within our beings. And thank you.
Thank you very much.
A version of a
Yes.
Samhain ritual.